Densmore gets the ball and flicked on by Andrew. And what a save that is, Mike Green, and what a block by defender Mike Green. It's come out, strike comes in! It's wide, and what a save we've just seen there. Almost De Gea-like against Real Madrid.
Mike Green, you take a bow, Mike. Yes, that's right, Mike. Put up those socks, sort that shin pad out, and take a bow. Because that, oh my, the ball's come across, I don't know, the number 7 of Richmond for Altrincham. He must have been all of 2 yards out. Header, as strong as you want, straight down at his feet, at the ground. And Green, who's sidestepping it across faster than any crab I've ever seen across his line, just literally throws his legs, throws his body at it, and keeps that ball out.
Another in-swinger from Hogg, it's flat, almost met by Tom Hamblin. It's another corner to Gloucester. This is pressure. Everyone for Altrincham is in that penalty area. Everyone bar the 2 Mike Greens near enough in the area as well.
There's a couple of free men here from Gloucester not being picked up. Harris, Hogg.
At the back post as Andrew swings it in. Harris goes up. It's going to go out of play again for another corner. 4 in a row here for Gloucester. William Hill bets you can bet on corners. If you bet on corners here, you're loving life. Andrew swings in again. One of these have got to count. As the header comes in from Holland, and it's just wide, and it's a goal kick to Altrincham. And that was a good chance, just on the stroke of half time there for Gloucester. If they had scored there, then you'd have felt the pressure, you'd have felt the mist just slowly rise out of the stadium. Referee does look like he's going to blow the half-time whistle as soon as the ball's kicked, and he blows it anyway. He's impatient. He didn't want to wait for Mike Green. A half that hasn't really enlightened the night, hasn't ignited the fire. We're about to start the second half here as Gloucester immediately went a throw-in on the left-hand side, and it is really, really cold. Edwards, and it's now inside to Mann to Edwards, towards Adam, Mann, ball's played in and Davis arriving at the back post. It's going to roll out of play agonisingly ahead of Jack Harris. That would have been some introduction to the game if Steve Davis put his head on that and put Gloucester City into the lead.
Yeah, Davis got in front of his man Richmond there, and I think Richmond's done incredibly well himself to get out of the way of that ball, because if that had even met the slightest of contact with him, I think you'd be looking at an OG on the scorecard.
Free kicks given right in front of us for a foul on Mike Green, as Andrew sees the ball back to Hamblin inside the Gloucester City half. But it's then hooked to the left hand side, and it's now Clee being closed down by Davis, goes for the diagonal. Green full ball coming in, there's a great header in from Rogers at the back post, getting up nicely, winning a header at the back post against Danny Andrew. Floated that just wide of Mike Green's right hand upright. That's close.
That's a great ball in there, and I think Green's maybe got away with one there. He thought about coming, was going to come and claim it. In the end, he stood on the edge of his 6-yard box, not sure whether to come and claim it or stay back. He was beaten all ends up.
Suddenly Altrincham can't get in, but the pass has forced Laurie to go wide. Laurie up against Tom Webb, pokes it inside, and the penalty's going to be given to Altrincham. I think it's Jack Harris, the offender. Mike Green up against Reeves, Damien Reeves, who can't stop scoring, has missed the penalty, and not just missed it, he's missed the target as well. I think Mike Green did him with his dashing eyes. Let me give the credit to Mike Green, but that penalty reminded me of Dwight York at Old Trafford United against Arsenal in the treble winning season against David Seaman. All he had to do was hit a target, and he put it wide, and we are still Gloucester City 0, Altrincham 0. Joe Parker scrapping for the ball, goes down, wins the free kick. Altringham's bench are not happy. They feel Parker took a swipe at the Altrincham player. They both went down, and I think Lever caught a stray boot in his head. I think he's signalling to the physio that he's got a little cut, so he's got to hide from the referee here, because if the referee sees the blood, he's going off. He's going off to get treatment. The referee's walking over, he is saying to go off. Nice idea, Lever, but I think Mr. Powell is just continuing to have a great game. He's done a silly thing, just sat down on the pitch still. The referee's trying to get him off. And as soon as Holland takes it, the full-time whistle goes to share the spoils for both sides. A probably fair result for me. A game that never really had multiple amounts of glaring chances, glaring misses or anything like that. 2 great saves from Mike Green. The highlight for Gloucester City defensively. Coburn never really looked troubled. 0-0.
So Boris, a good point to win?
Yeah, I've got to be honest, I would have taken the point before the game. You know, that was 3 tough games. Yes, you know, it was fantastic. We had 3 home games on the trot on a good run. But then you look at Halifax and Harrogate, who will probably be in the playoffs at the end of the season, and Altrincham, who are probably the ones that are trying to get in there with Gainsborough. So it's a tough fixture. So a great point. You know, I said your luck will even out over a season, and managers always say that. And you know, I felt the Histon one at the start of the season when Coopy handled the ball behind his back was very harsh. And maybe we got that point back today because, you know, top scorer in front of the goal, you don't expect him to miss it. I actually said on the bench that is the first time Greeny's gone the right way because he always seems he has a knack of diving the other way.